Hey everyone! Today I wanted to share with you how I keyword my photos in Lightroom, and also I wanted to talk a little bit more about why keywords can be such a useful tool. So to start with, I have already imported my photos that I took while I was in Kansas City last week. I've already imported them. I've already culled them, which means I just removed sort of the shots that I didn't really like or didn't turn out. So I've got 57 photos here from this import. I'm just going to go ahead and close that panel, that group of panels on the left side. So here you can see all of the photos that I took. I've got a variety of photos here, and that's one reason why I think keywords are so helpful, is because as a lifestyle or sort of everyday life photographer, when you have a lot of different subjects or different types of photos, styles of photos that you take, it's nice to be able to go back and look for things, at a future date. So anyway, let me just show you really quickly how easy it is to keyword your photos. I do this usually right whenever I import them. It's a nice habit to get into. It just takes a few minutes to do it. It's so much easier than going through your catalog and keywording a bunch of old photos. I mean, ain't nobody got time for that. So it's super helpful just to get in the habit of doing it right when you import your photos. So anyway, I'm going to start here with this set of 4 photos that I took of Trip playing the guitar one morning. And to do that, I'm going to click on this photo to select it, and I'm going to hold down the Shift key. And now I've got all 4 of those photos selected, and I'm going to type in the keyword Trip. You can see I've used that keyword before, so it auto-populates that for me. Trip and music and guitar. And then I'm going to hit enter to accept those keywords, and now you can see with this little icon in the bottom right corner, now I have that's how you can tell that these photos have keywords. Okay, so next I've got a set of photos with pets, because that's what I did. It's during the day because it was so cold as I took pictures of the animals. So to select these photos, they're not all contiguous, they're not connected, so I'm going to select the first one, hold down the Command key or the Control key on my keyboard, and I'm just going to go ahead and select all of the photos that have the pets in them. So I think that's all of them. I'm going to type pets and hit enter. Okay, so now I'm going to select the ones just with Daisy, and I held down the Command key on my keyboard to select those. You can see it's already got one keyword of pets, and now I'm going to type in the word Daisy for her, and next I'm going to do the same thing with Poppy, and I'm just going to type a comma to separate the keywords and use the word Poppy. Okay, so one of the things that I did when I was in Kansas City is I bought some flowers at the grocery store, these beautiful pink ranunculus, and so what I want to do is I want to tag all of the flowers or all of the photos that have ranunculus in them. So I'm going to click on the first one, once again, hold down my Command or Control key, and select all of these. So these are all of my ranunculus photos, Ranunculus. No, that's not right. Ranunculus. That's how you spell ranunculus. I swear I spell it wrong every single time I do it. All right, so I actually wanted to go ahead and also keyword them still life as well. All right, next I'm going to select these 3. I took them with my macro lens, kind of more of a macro shot, and so I'm going to go ahead and select or type in the word macro here for using my macro lens. You can also filter on the type of lens, but it's just as easy to put in a keyword. Alright, so next I've got this group of photos that I took during the golden hour, sort of nature. Just use my air quotes there in case you couldn't see me. So this is a type of shot that I take a lot. You know, I just take my camera and I go out and walk. So you can either type in your keywords like I've been doing, or if it's something that you do a lot of, you can select them from this keyword list. So for instance, I'm going to go ahead and use the keyword golden hour, which is when I took these photos, and also I'm going to use the keyword of nature. So that's another easy way to keyword your photos. And once again, you can see it's got the keyword here because it's got this little icon. All right, so I've got one here. This would be a sunset photo. I've got a couple of myself. So I just put my name on it. Here's one in the bathroom. I mean, you don't have to keyword that specifically. These are sort of pictures of, you know, our place in Kansas City. I'm just going to type winter on those. This is going to be the fence that I took a picture of when I pulled off the highway down a side road. And once again, kind of use winter or the season as sort of a general vibe about, you know, whatever that photo is. These are some photos that I took in my garden when we got back, so I would keyword them garden, flowers, and then these first three are daffodils, so I'm going to go ahead and use the keyword daffodil on those. These are hellebores. Already used that one. And then this was a photo I took in the morning, so a lot of times I just use morning as a keyword. It's actually taking me longer to keyword them because I'm telling you about it than it actually does to do it if I was just doing it myself. And also, this is over a week's worth of photos that I'm doing. So like I said, I was in Kansas City last week, so these are all the photos. So it takes a lot longer when you're doing, you know, a big group of, you know, varied photos. But most of the time, you know, I might just have like 5 photos. So it takes less time, the fewer photos that you have, obviously. So that's morning, and that's fence. All right, I think that's good. So, like I said, the beauty of using keywords is that you can go back and look for things, and you can do it a couple of different ways. There's a place here in this filter bar to, if you click on text, now I can search. Let's say I want to search for all of the photos from my garden. I type in the keyword garden, and now it's showing me this is all of the photos that I took this last week from my garden, because I'm in this previous import. But if I want to look at all of the photos from my garden, or all of my photos, I can click on all photographs. Once again, the keyword garden. So far this year, because this is a new catalog for 2019, these are all of the photos that I've taken in my garden that I've keyworded garden, right? So I could go back and look for something if I felt like I was missing a photo. I could go back and keyword it. But that's why, once again, it's so helpful to keyword when you're importing. It's so much easier and it's so much faster. So the other way that you can do keywords is by coming over here once again to the keyword list, and if you hover sort of to the right, you can see an arrow, and if you click on the arrow, it will show you photos with the keyword of garden once again. So here's my previous import with my garden photos. So anyway, that's how keywording works. It's, like I said, it's just great to get in a habit of doing it whenever you import photos. You can keep it as loose or as specific as you want. Mine's probably somewhere in the middle. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. In the next video I do, we'll talk a little bit more about collections and why you would use a keyword or a collection, sort of how they can work together as well. So anyway, like I said, if you have any questions, let me know, and thank you so much for joining me.